You know, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I was a hippie in the 60s. Had long hair. One of the first long hairs in my town, which was Columbia, South Carolina, in the very provincial south of the United States. And there was a song out back in those days by Canned Heat. And I heard it at the Denver Pop Festival. And the name of the song was "The Police in Denver Don't Like Those Long Hairs Coming Round." And that was pretty much the story nationwide. Police didn't like the long hairs coming round, especially in the South. And so, you know, we would be going down the street or driving down the street, and we would be guilty. I'll just say we would be guilty, and they would stop us, and they'd pound our heads into those billy clubs, and Coke bottles, all kinds of stuff, for having illegal substance upon us. And of course, in Denver now it's legal, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, it's not good for me anymore, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, we used to call it the heat, you know, and the police would, you know, ramp up their efforts to smash our heads in. And when the heat got to be too much, most of us moved to the country. And I moved to the country with my girlfriend. Her name was Sunshine. Girls had names like Sunshine back in those days. Moon Unit, you know, God, China, all kinds of weird names back then. But anyway, my girlfriend's name was Sunshine. And we moved to the country. We got this little house. It was really advertised as a chicken farm. It was $35 a month. And so we moved into this place. It didn't have any chickens. But I did take my substance out to the country with me. And I was really prone to take some stimulant type substance in those days. And so I got on a 3-day stimulant binge. And there was a little hole that someone had left at the chicken farm. And there was this little field drainage ditch. It was about a foot wide. And so I took the hoe and I started messing with that stream, and I started widening it. And before you knew it, after a couple of days and nights of constant hoeing, I had these cascading ponds going on in my yard, you know. And, you know, on about day 3, the sun came up and I noticed that there were quite a few tadpoles, like hundreds of tadpoles in these ponds. And, you know, Sunshine had heard my get-rich stories and plans and schemes before, you know, but this was going to be the one that was really going to work and put it over the top. And so I ran in the house and I said, guess what? We've got tadpoles, hundreds of tadpoles in the ponds out there that I've created. All we need to do is let them become mature, become frogs, and we'll become frog-leg farmers, and we'll ship out the frog legs internationally, and we'll be rich as hell. And I got to tell you that was the last day that Sunshine spent with me. She was and it did break my heart. But I wrote this song, not the next day. I wasn't in any kind of shape to write a song, but this is a song about that day. It's called Sunshine Doesn't Rise Here Anymore. It's in the key of D. Sunshine packed her clothes one day, caught a northbound train for South L.A. Left it up to our good friend Jay to let me know the score. Sweet Evelyn, she made us some tea. She looked to Jay, who was looking at me. Said life is a mystery for sure. The stars still light the night, and the fireflies burn bright, and the crickets sound so fine like before. Sunshine doesn't rise here anymore. Well, she took up with that cactus band, left old midnight cat and a moonlight man, standing out in the rain, crying for more. Such a long dark night and a cold break of day, lying neath the covers with the morning shakes. We have such trouble making the way to the floor, because the stars still light the night, and the fireflies burn bright, and the crickets sound so fine like before. across the desert to the Coronado sand, only to make my final stand once more. But those cactus boys say you're a little late, sunshine waits for a golden gate. She said true love was mighty great, but poor. And though the stars still light the night, and the fireflies burn bright, and the crickets sound so fine like before, sunshine doesn't rise here anymore. Sunshine doesn't rise here anymore. How about these ladies?